Subscribe to my channel Making Impossible and press the bell icon so that you don't miss any one of my upcoming videos.
Yo, what's up friends, I'm Sholazari and welcome back to Making Impossible, the channel that teaches you how to make the impossible and be the smartest person in the room. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you a really cool technique which is called the Pharaoh Shuffle. This technique is used in both card magic trick as well as card flourishes, and we will be discussing that in our future videos. So in today's video, we are going to see how this Pharaoh Shuffle is done and how it's done perfectly. So without any further ado, let's start our today's video.
I'll feature one lucky Instagram user every Monday in my Smack That Monday episodes. If you want your Instagram profile or page to be featured in my next Smack That Monday episode, follow the simple steps that are given in the video description. So now, let's continue.
Okay guys, this is how the Pharaoh looks like. First of all, you have this deck of cards and you're going to take just half of the deck of cards and you're going to Pharaoh it onto the other half just like this. So as you can see over here, each and every cards are right now interlaced between the other cards. So this is how this is what is called the Pharaoh, and let's see how you can do this Pharaohing technique. Now you can use this Pharaohing technique for any kind of flourishes, for example like this spreads where you can just do a beautiful display, or you can use this Pharaoh to shuffle this deck of cards just like this. Now there are many tons of uses which you can use this Pharaoh for. You can also use it for card magic, and we'll be discussing that in our future videos. But before that, let's at first get into the basics of how to do the Pharaoh Shuffle and how to do it perfectly. Okay guys, this is how this Pharaoh Shuffle, the Pharaohing technique is done. Now first of all, to do the Pharaohing technique, you need to know your deck of cards really well. Not your deck of cards, each and every deck of cards, so that you have that sensation of how much amount of cards you are lifting from the top of the deck. For example, let's say if I lift this much of cards, I can say that I have lifted almost half of the pack, and the half of the deck. And if I lift almost this amount of cards, I can say that I've lifted almost 1/4 of the deck. So you need to have your sensation, you need to be accustomed with a deck of cards so that you can understand that approximately how many cards you are taking from the top of the deck. And as you do that, as you know that, it will be easy for you to do the Pharaoh Shuffle, the Pharaohing technique. Now depending on the purpose of the Pharaoh Shuffle, you're just going to lift that many amount of cards from the top, but considering you to be a beginner who doesn't know anything about Pharaoh Shuffle, I'm just going to show you the basics. And for doing the basics, first what you're going to do is you're just going to hold the deck of cards in this grip, in the elevated straddle grip, which is this one. And then you're just going to come here with your other hand and you're just going to grab this top portion by the side, okay, just like this. You're just going to grab the top portion by the side, with this side with the thumb, as you have this thumb over here. With your other hand, thumb will be on this side and your middle finger will be just between these two fingers. You're just going to lift almost half of the pack with these two fingers. Then you're just going to use your ring finger just for a better grip, and you're just going to use your pinky finger just to keep it over here, okay, so that you create a barrier over here while you're pushing these two packs against each other. None of the cards go outside. For that, you have to keep your pinky finger over here. Now what you're going to do is you're just going to have this entire two packs in this grip. Now in your left hand, notice that you're having the bottom pack and this finger was previously over here, and then what you have to do is you have to move this finger from here to this point, and over here you are in this grip and your index finger is right over here on the top of this pack. Now nothing is very hard over here. All you have to do is calm and relax and then do this Pharaoh easily. So what you have to do is, at first you have to just strike these two packs like this with this finger over here and pinky finger over here, so that the cards get squared up. This is very important. So first do this. After that, what you're going to do is you're just going to turn this pack which you took from the top, turn this pack just horizontal to this pack, and then what you're going to do is you're just going to come over here and make this pack touch the side of this pack. Okay, so this entire side will be touching this entire side like this. Now what you're going to do is you're just going to take this pack, you're just going to move it towards yourself a little bit, and then you're just going to create an angle over here, and then your farrowing will be more easier. So after you are at this point, what you are going to do is you're just going to put the cards like this, and then you're just going to push these cards against each other slightly, and then you're just going to straighten this up. So you touch like this, you bend like this, you go like this, then you push them together slightly, and then you pull them back up with your thumb and your middle finger over here and with the rest of the fingers over here. So you push this pack up and you also pull this pack up. So if you do it like this, as you can see over here, you're just going to push it slightly, okay, not very hardly. You're just going to push it slightly, and you can see all these cards are farrowed against each other. And if you look at this, this is a perfect Faro shuffle. See, each and every cards are interlaced between each and every cards, and there is only one mistake that I did is over here. I've got two cards, and in no other point of this deck I've done a mistake. So this is how this Faro Shuffle looks like, okay? This is how the Faro Shuffle is done. So I'm going to repeat the basic technique one more time. You're going to hold this entire deck in the elevated straddle grip. Strip off the top part just like this. Put your pinky over here. Move your pinky from this point to this point, and then strike over here to square up the cards. Turn this pack this side. Touch these two sides. Bring this closer towards yourself, make an angle, then again make an angle downwards, then push this pack upwards and pull this pack upwards while giving a slight pressure between this point, okay, between the contact points, and the cards will automatically farrow against each other. So that's how this card farrowing is done. Now it also depends on the deck of cards that you are using. There are many deck of cards that I've used which are low quality deck of cards and the cards doesn't farrow over there, and for that reason don't get angry. You might have a bad deck of cards if you can't farrow it after a long amount of practice. So first of all, for doing a farrow, you should keep in mind that you need a basic and a standard deck of cards. And if you have a bicycle standard deck of playing cards, which is the most cheapest standard deck of cards, I think so, if you have this deck of cards, you can do a Faro shuffle with this deck of cards, okay, sorry, the farrowing technique with this deck of cards, and it's very easy to do because these cards are very sturdy and the quality of these cards allow it to be farrowed very easily. Now this is what the farrowing technique is. There are three things that you can do with Faro. Is first of all is the Faro shuffle, which is like this. You can just farrow these cards inside each and every one of these cards, and then you can just use this Faro to do a shuffle, okay, just like this. And if you want, you can also use this as a card flourish. Like you can just take this, do a Faro, and then do a table spread just like this. It looks like beautiful. I did it in a rough way, but this is an example, okay, don't take it seriously. I haven't done it seriously, so this is an example. Take this as an example. Okay, now this is a type of thing that you can do with card flourish, and there are many tricks in which you need to do perfect Faro shuffles in order to do that tricks. So for that reason, what you have to do is you have to do a perfect Faro shuffle, and for doing a perfect Faro shuffle, most of the times you need same amount of cards on both the sides. So for that reason, at the beginning I was talking to you about the accustomed nature of your cards, about your finger sensation. If you have a good sense in your finger, if you have a good muscle memory, then you can easily get to exact amount of cards on both sides, and then you can just do the perfect farrowing just as I did over here. So as you can see over here, each and every cards are perfectly farrowed, and then I can do this, use this technique for doing the shuffle, the Pharaoh Shuffle, which is sometimes necessary in many magic tricks. And that's it for the tutorial. Now if you think that this tutorial was not enough, I would say that no tutorial is enough for Pharaoh Shuffle, okay? Until and unless you do it on your own, you won't be able to do the Pharaoh Shuffle. And this Pharaoh Shuffle does take a lot of practice, because I have been doing this for a long time until and unless I got this perfect. So don't lose your hope, just keep on practicing, and whatever I just showed you today, you can upgrade yourself. You just, that is a guide, okay? You can just upgrade that guide to yourself so that you can make your Pharaoh more easy and more simple. And that is the most simplest way that I could have explained the Pharaoh Shuffle. And that's it for the tutorial. So I hope you enjoyed learning this amazing card farrowing technique. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you did so, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram at @Sholner_Zari. Also, if you have any questions, you can use the comment section for that, and don't forget to subscribe to my other channel, which is a very savage channel. I post funny videos and random stuffs over there, and I'll leave a link to that channel in the description box as well as in the cards. And don't forget to smash the subscribe button of this channel if you're not a subscriber yet, and turn on the post notifications so that you don't miss my upcoming videos and my future Smack That Monday episodes. Peace!